We as believers were never meant to live the Christian life all alone. That was never the way it was intended to be. We need the local church. You need the local church. Because we need to interact with other believers in our lives. Now, let me give you this morning 4 reasons why it is so important for you as a member here at Canton Baptist Temple to be a part of an adult Bible fellowship. All right? Here are 4 reasons. There are probably many other reasons, but I'm only going to give you 4 here this morning. Number 1, the relationship reason. Let's talk about the relationship reason just for a moment. It's in adult Bible fellowship classes that we get to know other people and we begin to form or to develop or to build lifelong relationships. In other words, it's in the context of an ABF class that we get connected to each other. It's important for us to not just be another number, but for us to know each other's names and to be a part of each other's lives. There are many of our members who have built strong, healthy relationships by getting to know other people in their ABF classes. Some of you are already a part of an ABF class, and I would ask you this morning, if you have some strong, healthy, maybe you've known them now for years, so we would term that as a lifelong relationship that has developed in that ABF class. Would you raise your hand high into the air? All right, lots of hands that are going up. You know people by name, you know a little bit about their life, you understand more about them because you are in that small group setting where you have connected with that person, and thus you have a strong, healthy relationship that has developed over time. I have noticed over the years that many of our members who attend the same ABF class will often eat lunch together after the Sunday service. I'll be out maybe at a restaurant and I'll see members, and I'll notice that all the members around that table are all members of the same ABF class. Why is that? They have built strong, healthy relationships. At times you see those same members together throughout the week. They do things together. And at times you even hear about those members vacationing together. After their ABF class, sometimes they even sit together in the service. I'm looking, I think John Pittman and Don, don't y'all go to the same? Do you go to the same ABF class? Notice they are sitting on the same row together, all right? There's just something about that connection that has been established. You build and you develop healthy, strong relationships in an ABF class, and then suddenly you find yourself doing things together with those individuals. I personally think that is wonderful. That's what we want to do here, is to not just have our members be another number, to be anonymous when they come to church, but we want our membership to get to know each other. We want them to build those strong, healthy relationships. And it's important that we do that within the ABF context. Now, we don't tell any of our members which ABF class to go to or not to go to, but we do try to give them some direction. How many of you have seen this flyer? All right, some of you have, and some of you are like, I've never seen that before. They're located in little plastic bins all across the complex, all right? And if you're already tied into an ABF class, you probably have never seen the need to even look at this, all right? You're already tied in and you're happy where you are. But we have tried to help, especially new people, to find the right class for themselves and for their families. We have done the research, and we have found that the average age of each class, and we have listed those ages here. As a matter of fact, if you look on the back of this handout, you'll find that we have a Saturday night, 6 p.m. ABF class. We have Sunday mornings at 9 o'clock. That's when the bulk of our ABF classes meet, and we've divided them up into young adults, median adults, senior adults. We even even have specialty classes like a ladies only class that Rita Ashton teaches, also a deaf class for our deaf members. We also have the exceptionals class that we heard this morning, and we had the joy of seeing them sing. We have those specialty classes that meet as well. By giving this breakdown, it helps people to become a part of a class where they feel like they can identify with a smaller group of people in a similar phase of life. Now, normally 20-year-olds want to be with 20-year-olds, and 60-year-olds want to be with 60-year-olds. Now, not always, but most of the time. It's so important for us to come together as a whole at 10:15. That's the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s, and the 80s, and on it goes, right? I won't get into any higher than that. But we all come together as one. The ABF classes are not churches. They're classes. This is the church, the whole. And not all the churches even here today. Some are at home listening right now, all right? Hopefully we're putting a good guilt trip on them, making them want to be here. They're listening either by live radio or live streaming, or they're watching last week's broadcast on television. But it's important for all of us to come together as one big large group, as a church family, much the way the believers in Acts chapter 2 came together for corporate worship at the temple. We come together for corporate worship here at Canton Baptist Temple, right here in our main auditorium. But it's also important for us to meet in small groups where we can spiritually grow together. Both are equally important. I remind you again, when you read verse 46, the early believers were not choosing one or the other, but rather they saw the importance of both. They saw the need to come together as a large group, but they also saw the need of coming together in smaller groups. One of the main reasons for the smaller groups is to build relationships with other members of the church. God wants us to be connected with each other.